We're going into Thailand, baby.
We're Daryl and Megan from New Zealand, and we've interrupted our lives to drive our self-built campervan It Zwibble from Malaysia to the top of Scotland.
Along the way, we'll discover incredible places, experience new cultures, and share the highs, the lows, and everything in between. This multi-year journey is a big dream for us, and we're so pleased you're here. Welcome to the Peterson Odyssey. We've just returned to Kuala Lumpur and reunited with It Zwibble after almost 2 months away from her. Now it's finally time to start heading north and begin the next chapter of our journey, Thailand. First though, we're going to need to get ourselves and our New Zealand campervan across the border. We're heading to Padang Besar, about 6 hours north of Kuala Lumpur, and we've decided to do the whole drive in one day. We had family visiting us in KL and wanted to make the most of our time with them. So rather than breaking up the journey, we've got one big driving day ahead of us. The plan is to get as close to the border as we can tonight, get our paperwork ready, and cross into Thailand first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, so it's a bit of a mobile setup here in the van. So just for context, it's late. We've arrived at our sleeping spot for the night before we do the border crossing, but we've got to take some docs. So we bought this portable printer back in New Zealand with this in mind. Good morning. We are still in Malaysia. We need to get to the border probably in about 20 minutes, but we've just stopped to do one last diesel fill up because we want to make sure we've got enough cheap diesel, and Malaysia's pretty reasonable. There we are, we're up to about 180 ringgit. Here we go. This is the first sign that we've seen, literally a sign that we've seen.
Not that far from the border.
There it is. Immigration, darling?
Yep, I'm a little bit nervous if I'm honest. Not for anything wrong, but I just want to make sure we get this right.
Yeah, we don't really know what we're doing. We just tried driving through and showing our passports. And apparently we've got to go in and get, I guess, passport stamps and then jump back in the car and drive. So we'll do that now. We got our passport stamp, jumped back in the van and started driving, and then Daryl said something doesn't feel right. And what felt off to him is that we hadn't returned our ICP or got our carnet de passage stamped on the Malaysian side. So we jumped out of the van to go and do that.
It's got a few processes to do. This one, hopefully, is the last one on the Malaysian side.
I think so.
Yeah, hopefully. And on the 25th of March and out on the 3rd of July. So this is It Zwibble's first stamps in her passport. She is released from Malaysia.
That's the Malaysian side done. A bit confusing. We were a bit confused, but we figured it out in the end that possibly we should have gone and done the car stuff and then the border stuff. But we did the Megan and Daryl border stuff and then the car stuff. So it was all fine. Lessons learnt though, hopefully.
Yes. Yeah. And so though, we've got it done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's no harm, no foul at the moment. So yeah, we just keep on proceeding.
And I think because we love Malaysia and Malaysia's pretty easy for us, they were like, sure, just walk back across the borders, just walk around. So we've just been walking around between, what do you call those, barrier arms, getting stuff done. But we've got it done. And now we're going to go and meet our representative who helps us with the Thai side. Okay, now we're driving through to the border. No Man's Land, is it? Terima kasih, Malaysia. You've been good fun. Meet our two wonderful agents who helped us with the border crossing. They took us to different offices, they made sure our paperwork was all done and lined up. And obviously you can't film much in the border crossing, but it was really straightforward because of their help.
We started this process at about just after 8 o'clock Kuala Lumpur time. That's what you see it is there, and I think we're just about to finish it, so it's taken about an hour and a half to get through.
Yeah.
I've heard of worse, so I'm going to take this as a win.
I reckon we could have shaved 20 minutes off that if we'd known where to go in Malaysia.
Maybe
but
10.
Here's the border crossing, so we have to scan our little dock. Woohoo! We're in Thailand! So that's it! That's our first border crossing. Hopefully you learned something, some things to do, some things not to do. If there's anything we can do to be helpful, just flick us a comment. Seriously, drop a comment and we're happy to help anyone who's making these border crossings. I'll also put the details of the agents that we use. They've got an Instagram page, made the process super, super, super awesome. And now we're off to go and do the really fun stuff of getting a SIM card, figuring out where we're actually going, because it's probably not this town, I'm not gonna lie. We just went through our first police checkpoint here in Thailand and they just went like this. Pushed us on. So I guess they're looking for something local, but we were like, what do we need? We've got our bits of paper, passports, international driving permits. Nah, just a thumb and an okay. It's so good. Driving in Thailand pretty easy?
The only problem I'd say is that speed limit signs are virtually non-existent. I won't feel as I'm just winging it or just trying to get a feel for what other locals are driving at speeds that they're driving, and I just copy them.
It's such a privilege to drive in such a beautiful country. If you get a chance to drive through Southeast Asia, I recommend it. The landscapes are so different. So we were in Malaysia yesterday and the part where we left yesterday was all flat, and now we're up not far from where we were, like maybe 5 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so 5 hours north up the peninsula now in Thailand, and it's surrounded by karsts and it's all lush and jungly and lovely, but we're making our way to the beach, which again will be different. So just such a privilege. We often get asked where we're camping and where our camping spots are. This is not the spot that we had hoped to camp at, but we pulled over to a nice one by a beach. It was all boggy, and then we decided just to come down to Krabi, down to the beach at Ao Nang. We thought we're just down the side of the road. Van life is not always glamorous. It's Daryl's birthday tomorrow. This is not the beautiful spot I thought we'd be waking up in, but hey, that's life. Happy birthday, Daryl. This is Ao Nang Beach in Krabi.
It's a little bit windy, but can't change that feeling.
No, probably should have microphones and a better camera, but we just came for a walk. We're just staying here the one night, and then we're going up that way tonight to go and stay at an Airbnb for Daryl's birthday. So we've come back to van life and we're already ditching van life.
So a bit of a late start for us today, getting on the road.
Did you hear that screeching whistle? It's caused by wind streaming through our max fans on our roof and the solar panel. So here's future me explaining what I'm saying. And we do get it fixed. It wasn't easy. Don't have an address. Don't have any contacts. But that's all in upcoming episodes. Back to what I was saying. Late start for us. Had to do admin, editing for Megan, laundry, just all life stuff. We started on Highway 4. And not much later, we turned on to Highway 44. There's hardly any traffic on this road. It was pretty good. The speed is 90 k's an hour, but the conditions are great and it's an easy drive.
Time for a quick refuel.
Like about $2.60 New Zealand a litre.
Groceries time, you know, van life staples.
Your destination is on the left.
One of the fun things about visiting other countries is exploring the supermarkets. Now, Daryl, what do we need?
Eggs, juice, blueberries,
Snacks.
little snacks for a little gremlin over here.
And so we're never quite sure what we're going to find, little treats or whatever. We've pulled into our camping spot for tonight. It's pretty dark outside because we did the last hour and a bit in the dark. We'll show you around in the morning where we've pulled up, and we've just done the things that we always do to get ready for bed. So we've put our window covers up. We always have our window covers on the side because of the heat. Daryl's taken the fan cover off, getting some airflow.
Never the glamorous jobs, but it's the essential ones.
And then we're pretty much set up. Turn the seat round, we're good to go.
We usually find our campsites on iOverlander or Park for Night, but this one was just on Google Maps. The only downside was this music that played through a loudspeaker for hours and hours in the morning.
I think we could always bring a Zwibble down here.
So we did, and Daryl got set up for a day of relaxing.
It's lunchtime in the van. We are having a chillax day, a topless day by the look of it, and we are just boiling up some eggs, and then we've got this we've actually had since our first time in Malaysia, in fact. So we'll do 1.5 of these, some sauce, some satay sauce, this is the most random, some peanuts and a bit of chili, and make like a vegetarian ramen-y thing. Is this the most nutritious? No. Alright, cheers. So we've been parked up here for 2 nights and it's been lovely, just a really chillax day. Stacey, you saw us just doing very little and cooking and things like that. Then what we're hoping to do is just a couple of 100 kilometres today, and probably still staying, oh it's a bit bumpy, still staying on this Thailand Riviera coast. So it is just before 1 o'clock, so we've waited till the afternoon heat, which means when we're driving we've got the car air conditioning going. So we've just come to the spot that we found on iOverlander. And then there's our baby. So it's the next day and we started off this morning with a bike ride along the beach at the camping spot that we stayed at. It was a really nice spot, except we probably shouldn't have slept there. It was so noisy with cars and bikes all night, and I was stinking hot, so it wasn't the best night's sleep for either of us. And we are making our way to Kanchanaburi. We just were at a set of lights in a town, and I'd seen another campervan, and I was saying, Daryl, slow down, I want to see this campervan. And somehow we caught up with them and they with us, wound down the windows and had a chat. So to that couple from Austria, if you ever see this video, it was nice talking to you, and I wish we could have had longer. Unfortunately the lights turned green, but they've driven here from Austria, and we just said, you know, we're doing the opposite route to them. So that was kind of cool to see other overlanders on the road, and we're hoping to see more as we travel around. We've come here to see if we can get some AdBlue for our diesel. Hopefully Daryl comes back victorious, otherwise ... AdBlue is white in Thailand, who knew?
Right, for those that are a little bit of history nuts and World War II geeks. Oh, you mean me? This is the bridge on the River Kwai. It was a movie that was done about it decades ago. Lots of prisoners of war died in the construction of this, so sad in that respect, but we can actually go on a walk over it, so I think that's what we're about to do now. Please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I am. Supposedly for every spike that's in here, 500 people died.
We tried. Have this view. This is our park up for the night, but I've just done 3 things. 1, I've turned on the inverter. 2, I've turned on the water. And 3, I've turned on the heat pump hot water system because I'm going to have a shower in the van. I didn't get one this morning, Daryl did. Not quite sure what happened in the iOverlander listing of where we stayed last night. They said you can go and have a shower at the laundromat. So Daryl went and had a shower, and then when he came out there was a lady there, so she was telling me to go next door to the guest house. A van shower is different from a house shower, so you kind of rinse yourself really quickly, turn off the water, do what you need to do. So I like wash my hair, rinse, water off, because you got to conserve the water, just like that. that, all clean, bathrooms all put back together. And one of the things I've managed to do is I've dried and straightened my hair, and when we were building the van there were a few things that were non-negotiables. One of them was having a shower, because not every van has one. The second one's having sufficient power to be able to run things like hair dryers, coffee machines, hair straighteners, the induction oven, being able to charge the laptop. So now that we've got the 3 solar panels on the roof, we actually have more power than we had when we built it.
Planned a route of what we want to do for the rest of our trip through Thailand. That works out to be about 2,200 kilometres to get us to the Laos border, but it's a bit of a journey. Quite excited by it. Yeah, so here we are. We just stayed last night by this river. Very quiet. It was quite nice, a bit of a change from the beachfront that we stayed the previous night, thank goodness. Not saying that the previous night was bad, it was a beautiful spot. Yeah, just a lot of road noise. It's about just after 7:15 in the morning. We've got a bit of a long road day today, that's why we're up a little bit bright and breezy. I think it's just over a 6-hour drive. Yeah, let's get back on the road and start punching some Ks.
This is, I'm going to try and get this right, Sukhothai Historic Park. We're going to take you around some of the monuments. We're on our bikes. If you can, bring your bike just to get around these huge places. It's good. It's not hot at all. But yeah, let's go check out this UNESCO World Heritage Site. We love good ancient ruins, don't we, baby?
Their bikes.
And if you don't have your own bikes because you haven't bought your own camper van, you can hire bikes from the entrance and then you just pay a small bike ticket, I think. Not sure what's in here, but it does smell a lot like a dead pigeon. Not for you, Indiana Daryl. Da, 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 da. So even though this is quite a big complex, it's not as big as I initially thought or read online. So we've been here for maybe an hour and a half. We've kind of seen the main temples in the central part. Again, we kind of came to Thailand with only a few things that we really wanted to do and the rest kind of building it as we go. And so I'm pleased that we've been able to fit coming here in, because I wasn't sure based on our intended route if we could, and it was a big drive to get here. It was 6.5/7 hours. I do think it's worth it, but it's also obviously taking us to the route that we want to be going on as well, for posterity and luck.
Awesome. Actually, yeah, I'm glad you found it for us, Megan, because I did not know about this at all.
This was my one thing I said to Gerald, if there's anything I really want to do in Thailand, it's here. And he was like, why, what's here?
And it was also very helpful having bikes.
Totally worth it. It just makes getting around so easy.
Absolutely.
And there's a little breeze, so the bikes help with the breeze. So I think that might wrap up this week's video. Thank you for watching along this far. If you're not already subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button. It does help us out. But also what helps us out is liking the videos. So even if you're subscribed, just a little thumb. Our next video, we're taking you into a part of Thailand that many Western tourists don't go to.
Come along with us.